Let us look at a couple of numbers. 93.9 million. That's the estimated number of households where agriculture is the primary source of livelihood. 90 to 150 million. That's the number of people in India who are involved in farming or call themselves farmers. Agriculture is the largest livelihood provider in India. However, the typical farmer today is a marginal farmer who has less than 2 hectares of land and sees limited production volume and income from cultivation. With such low volumes, most sell their produces to local traders at low profit and are unable to engage in value addition activities such as grading and sorting of produce or processing. Given their difficult financial situation, most farmers are also not in a position to delay the sale of their produce until market prices are higher. This is where the farmer producer organizations or FPOs come into play. In this video, we take a look at farmer producer organizations in India, what they are, how they operate, the importance for farmers, and the major challenges they face. A farmer producer organization is a legal entity that is owned and managed by farmers. The concept of FPOs was developed in the early 2000s to help farmers collectivize and start group enterprises. This would allow them to pool together their produce and trade in larger quantities. FPOs can either be a company or a cooperative society or a mutually aided cooperative society. FPOs perform different kinds of functions. Many FPOs buy inputs such as fertilizers and pesticides from manufacturers in bulk for their member farmers in order to get significant discounts and better quality products, while some other FPOs also sell their members' produce to traders, retailers, as well as consumers. Most FPOs operate as standalone businesses, doing everything from aggregating the produce to grading, sorting, processing, and marketing. FPOs can also be part of consortiums that provide certain services such as connecting with buyers or access to loans at better rates. Some FPOs are part of a two-tier structure where supplier FPOs focus on aggregating, sorting, and grading the produce, while market-facing FPOs add value to the produce as well as market and sell it. The member farmers of an FPO provide the capital and have a stake in the company. The composition of FPOs varies significantly from large-scale farmers to small and marginal farmers as shareholders. An FPO is established either when a group of farmers comes together and decides to form a producer company on their own, or when a promoting institution, very often a non-profit, convinces a group of farmers about the benefits of forming a producer company. The law requires a minimum of 10 members to form an FPO. At the government level, there are several nodal agencies that facilitate the formation of FPOs such as NCDC, NABARD, and SFAC. These agencies engage other organizations such as non-profits or consulting firms to aggregate and support FPOs for a period of 5 years. Registering an FPO can cost anywhere from Rs 20,000 to Rs 40,000. Collectivization of farmers is not a new concept in India. Agricultural cooperatives have existed in India for a long time. These cooperatives strive to maximize the benefits they generate for their members and pool their resources in a certain area of activity. However, most cooperatives have been unable to sustain themselves due to resource crunch and political interference. FPOs seek to bring in business perspective, which was previously lacking in the cooperative model. Collectivization is considered beneficial to farmers because their incomes and landholding sizes remain low. Lack of capital can block farmers' access to the market, but when capital is pooled, as is in the case of FPOs, transportation and selling costs are minimized. FPOs can foster an environment of information exchange. Farmers also have more bargaining power against intermediaries and corporate entities when they act as a collective. FPOs can ensure greater transparency and fairness in product pricing. FPOs also guarantee decision-making power to women farmers if they are enrolled as members. One of the biggest challenges that FPOs face is raising the capital required to buy members' produce or for performing activities such as value addition. FPOs find it difficult to attract and retain skilled professionals who can discharge CEO and other managerial responsibilities. There is a major gap when it comes to member loyalty. This can happen when the member farmers' expectations of the FPO are not met. FPOs struggle with the issue of low capacity for governance. Running an FPO also requires some knowledge of bookkeeping and of financial provisions and laws that the FPO needs to comply with. All of this can be too cumbersome for farmers, and hiring professionals is unaffordable. There exists a lack of consistency in the policies of FPOs. There are many different types of farmer collectives that can operate in any setting, and policies do not cater to the needs of FPOs. There are disparities regarding credit availability, the price at which fertilizers can be procured, and MSP availability. Although there have been a sharp rise in the number of FPOs, a lot of them struggle to function and many have gone defunct. Less than 18% women own land in India, which indirectly means they are not officially classified as farmers, and membership in an FPO becomes a huge question mark. However, policy level initiatives are bringing capital flow into the agricultural sector, and there are several startups that are now working directly with farmers. This is an opportunity for FPOs to find more sustainable models, not just to stay afloat, but also to make several policy and strategy changes in order to create a more equitable and level playing field for all farmers.